Alrighty, it's your boys Yuxus, the legendary one, and we're finally doing an updated Spirits Are Forever with You tier list because the last time we did this was like 3-4 months ago when they dropped the triple Kenpachis. They don't drop new Spirits Are Forever with You often, obviously, that's why it's been that long. But we did get two new Spirits Are Forever with You characters being Roka and then Cien, right? So let's just talk about the original tier list and then try to make some changes before we even rank these two here. So, um, if you've noticed, I have a PvP tier, for example, right, with Kirishiki and Yamamoto. But this Kenpachi is also a PvP character. The thing is, he also has guard break. That's why he's a good and not just in PvP, right? Because even though he's mainly focused for PvP, you can use him in PvE. These two you can't. You can't use them nowhere else but PvE. That's why I'm giving this Kenpachi good tier, right? Really, like, he's really good too. Even though he's a PvP character, he's actually pretty good. But I'm gonna try to just give him good and closer to PvP. Like, that's basically what I'm doing. Right? But I do think he's a very good unit. Maybe I could put him in broken. The fact that he does have Flurry +2 and guard break, which is huge for farming PvE stuff. And then he's also a PvP character. So realistically, I should put him broken. Right? I don't think he's a god tier unit. Maybe god in PvP, but I'm just gonna give him good for now. We'll see. This Uryu, I want to just kind of just drop him in yikes, right? Realistically, the only reason why you're using this Uryu is because he has pots. There's nothing else to it. He has no other value than the pots. But now, how much pot units do we got? We got, it's really just Grimjaw, Uryu, Orihime, and Thing, right? I guess there's still only 4 tech pot units. But okay, so we'll keep him in. We'll keep him in good. We'll keep him in good. I think this tier is fine. Maybe Jushiro. He's still really good, but I might just put him in broken, right? Because even though Jushiro has the drain multi-barrier and he's a good NAD character, he's really just the same thing as this Soifan. I think he's just blue. That's all I would say. So I might put Jushiro down. This Kenpachi's still fantastic. Yoruichi's still fantastic. Retsu, Kisuke, Azashiro's still very good. All these characters up here I think are really good. But Jushiro, I don't get me wrong, he's a good character, but I'm just gonna put him down because I don't know. I don't think with all the NAD characters they've been dropping, Aizen, who else did they drop that was NAD recently? Yeah, I can't think off the top of my head, but with all the NAD characters they've dropped, I don't think, I don't think I should put him higher than Soifan. I think these guys are probably on par, realistically. I don't know. You let me know. This one's kind of iffy one. Y'all let me know about Jushu. This one's an iffy one. Okay, but now let's go to Roka and Cien. So let's start off with Cien, right? So Cien, he has 852 SP. We know this. He has burn and lacer and everything, right? We're not going to really go over all his skills. He does have a pretty good killer, which is a wrong card killer. He does have increased status chance, status ailment chance against mind attribute enemies, which is good for someone who has burn and lacerate. I think this combination is really good because it procs together, right? This is the first character that has like 2 debuffing ailments, I believe, right? There's nobody in the game that I know. I don't think there's any other character in the game that has like poison and lacerate, right? Or poison and burn. I don't know off the top of my head, right? That's why this character is so different, right? And then lacerate and burn procs together. So this guy makes your life so easy because he also has the innate skill where he has a chance to inflict burn and lacerate every 5 seconds at 12%, right? So he has a 12% chance per enemy every 5 seconds to proc burn and lacerate. It's not burn or lacerate, it's both of them. So he's gonna, I think this character is a character, I think this is a character people should have in there, if I'm being honest. I think it's a character you should have. Because not only that, he also has the super mind link slot potions +5. He's a super link slot character as well. So he does have huge value there. But I think a full room of this guy in IT is going to be more better than Ninnies, because keep in mind, now you have 4 CNs. Every 5 seconds has a 12% chance per enemy to proc, burn, and lacerate, and it's taking away their HP. Right, that's free HP the enemies are losing because of this skill. Like, people do not realize how broken this randomly burn or randomly freeze or randomly weaken. Like, they don't know how broken this skill is actually. Like, it's really, really good. So oh, that's my music. I had to make sure it was looped. But yeah, I think he is good. And then he also has sharpshooter. And then he also has damage to burned enemies and lacerated enemies. He's actually a really good character. I'm not gonna lie. I really do like this guy. I don't have him, which sucks. But I really do like this guy's character. I'm really gonna summon on his solo banner. I don't even know when that is. Give me a second. When is his solo banner? Okay, on the 18th. Okay, well, my little sister's birthday, her solo banner is here, or his solo banner is here. But this is like him having the damage to lacerate plus 60%, and then damage to burn enemies plus 40%, on top of randomly being able to proc it on enemies, and then him also having an increased chance to proc it himself is really, really good. I'm not gonna lie, this unit is actually so good in my opinion. I think he's a god tier character. The only thing I'd have a problem with is his first essay. I think everything else is fine, right? He has the 3000 length beam on his second strong attack, your average full screen. The only problem I have with him is his first strong attack. It's so bad. People cannot fend this strong attack. It's actually just the worst. Like, it's not the worst strong attack in the game, but it's really bad, right? 4000 length, sure. 4200 length, sure. That's far. That goes far, yes. But 420 width is so skinny, and it's a cross, so there's gaps where enemies are going to be standing and not get hit because it's so skinny. I'm sorry, this first strong attack is just not, it's not good, right? But besides that, I think he's a fantastic character, right? It has the great killer, burn and lacerate, so that's free damage. Like, yeah, god tier. God tier. If I had to rank it in god tier, maybe I'll do that later. But yeah, I think that's CN is a god tier character. Now Roka, I know Roka's been getting bashed, because apparently Roka has a really bad strong attacks. But let's just talk about what Roka got here first on her kit before we go to her strong attacks. So off rip, she has 847 SP, not bad. Weaken on everything with protect, so I do want to give points to her for having protect. It's basically a free last stitch to everybody. It's not something you can really ignore. It's good, right? She has a good killer too, hollow killer, really good. She does have shared complete status immunity. Now this is a really good effect here, right? This is a really good skill to have. It's one of the better skills in the game, I would say. Being able to keep your enemies, or not enemies, your allies alive in terms of doing these stages where it's just debuff central, or there are puddles of lava and stuff like that, right? I really like it. And you guys know that, let's say I proc it, right? And my ally gets it for 10 seconds. There's no cooldown after the 10 seconds before they can get it again, which is really good, right? And then she also has Sprinter +2 with Long Stride on her innate skill, which is good. Also has Team/Party Recover Stamina. Like, this is a really good character for like DPS and support wise, right? And then she also has the full stamina only, increased strong attack damage plus 40%. What the Zaraki Kenpachi has, this guy right here. So that is good, right? She's a character that is a good DPS and will be a good support, right? One, she's going to be able to dash across the map like crazy. She's healing the team/party every time you get into a new area. She also has the status ailment spiritual pressure boost plus 80%. She doesn't have any kind of increased chance of proccing or anything like that. So bear with me. She does not have any kind of like increased chance for anything like that. But it doesn't change the fact that she has it, right? So that's more damage there. Sharpshooter, Havoc, obviously. I think what maybe she could have gotten, maybe to reach, but Frenzy +2 I think would have been perfect for her. In terms of what her kit's looking like, I think Frenzy +2 would have been good. But I don't think we have a frenzy +2 character with the full stamina. I could be wrong. I don't remember if Zaraki Kenpachi has it. Right? Too much characters have this. Nah, I can't. I don't keep track of who has it and who doesn't, to be honest. But yeah. So Roka's skills are realistically they're fine, right? Share complete status immunity, healing the team, status ailment boost, moving around the map, sharpshooter. She's right. Off her skills, she's good, right? Now let's talk about her strong attacks, because her strong attacks are what people are kind of upset about. Before we even like her third strong attack, okay, it's your average full screen. I really want to talk about her second strong attack because it is a homing vortex, but it's the hand-me-down homing vortex, let's say. It's not Aizen's homing vortex, which is that a bad thing? Not necessarily, because one, her having the homing vortex in general will be good for her to proc this. That hits a lot of times and it's tracking enemies, so you have a higher chance of proccing this with homing vortex being up. The only thing is that it doesn't do as much damage, right? Because Aizen's homing vortex, let's say, it bursts, right? It does like burst damage, if that makes sense. So it does a big number and then goes into the little numbers. This one just starts off with little numbers. Same thing as Sunchui's here, right? And I know when you use Sunchui, it looks like, oh, he's proccing debuffs like crazy. You need to understand he also has the Innovator. I believe that's what it's called for him as well. Let me see. Is it called Innovator for him? I guess it would be, right? Because Weaken. Okay, they didn't say the name, but I believe it's Innovator, right? But he also like has that, so he has the skill where he's randomly proccing the Weaken, right? Obviously the homing vortex is helping him get that off, but thing. Her first strong attack, it's not as bad. I think people are. I mean, I don't know. It's not really as bad. It hits 14 times, so it's pretty good for her to try to proc it, right? That's what people really need to consider, right? If it hits a lot of times, you might proc it. That's realistic how it works. You might just proc it more easily if it hits more times, right? How much does the homing vortex hit? 50 times, right? And I believe it's 2%. Correct me if I'm wrong here, right? But I believe it's 2% per hit, right? It can't be. I don't think so, because that would be guaranteed. I mean, it could be actually. With this, it could be. I don't know. Y'all let me know. I'm not actually sure about that one. But yeah, I think Roka's okay unit, right? Protect everybody. I think she is a good character because she's a DPS and a good support. Fantastic support and fantastic DPS, I think, right? It's only the small things people are going to complain about her homing vortex. Sure, it's not as good, but realistically, I kind of want to just give Roka the god tier, right? Because I could give Roka broken, but I think Roka having two types of roles and they're both fantastic. It's not like she could support, but she's a DPS, right? It's like she's a DPS that's doing as much as a regular support, right? If that makes sense. Share complete status immunity. She has last ditch to everybody. She's healing everybody, and then she's also doing damage, right? She's also doing damage. I think I might just give her god tier role. So I think this is gonna be my tier list here. You guys let me know what you would change. I know people are probably gonna say Roka's a broken character, maybe at best, but I'm not gonna ignore the fact that she can be a good support. Literally do a full-blown character support job and then a full-blown DPS job as well, right? The only problem with her, that people are saying is her strong attacks, but it doesn't really matter when her strong attacks actually help her because she doesn't have an increased chance or another way of proccing those debuffs for the spiritual pressure boost. So I don't know, but this is my new Spirits Are Forever With You tier list. I think these two characters are good, right? I think Spirits Are Forever With You characters are all good. The only one is just Don Kanoji, really. But I think ever since they dropped round 2, it's kind of confirmed that everybody is broken or higher, right? Again, Kenpachi, I do think he's a lot better than what I put him, but it's just because I'm trying to keep him closer to the PvP when he's he's a PvP character that has Flurry +2 and Guard Break, so it's you got to give him credits there too. But this is my Spiritual for With You tier list. You guys let me know what yours is. Let me know what you would change here. And let me know what you think about Roka and Cien and their tier, whether you agree with, what you don't agree with. And then also, for the questions I asked, correct me if I'm wrong. But I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.